Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to Wit and Wisdom. I'm so excited to be with you today for our rest of Lesson 21. We are Wednesday, October 28th, 2020. So your objective is the same one like yesterday. The student will be able to identify main topics and details in the book. What are we discussing is the central idea, that is the most important point in the text, that is the main idea, the purpose of the text, the reason why the author wrote the story. We are looking into the book, and we know that it's an informational text, so it's a text that gives information. We're looking into the details that are small parts of the text that are important to us, looking at that topic of the book, that is the subject that we're going to discuss throughout lesson 21. And we're looking for evidence that is going to help us answer our focusing question tasks, and that is facts and proof that something exists. How are we going to do that? So yesterday we started with lesson 21, and we were reading sections of the book and identifying those details and recording them. We stayed on half of our evidence chart or change chart, right? And we were not able to determine the main idea or examine the conclusion. So in today's video, we are going to finish writing the details. We're going to look closely into the rest of the evidence. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into what does an informative paragraph consist? And then we're going to go into the deep dive. So that during our live class, we are going to discuss or examine conclusions. That is what we're going to be doing in our live class. So basically what I want to do is wrap up all lesson 21 and have it already prepared for only doing our deep dive in the live lesson. Why are we doing this? Because when you gather details for evidence, it helps you not only make a connection with the book, but make a connection with your focusing question task and see what details you can already start using or what evidence is useful to answer that question. So let's not forget that we're looking closely into what's happening and why do leaves change color. So this is our evidence chart that we did yesterday. It might be slightly different from Mrs. Rodriguez, but the information is the same. My writing is big, so I had to move a little bit down, but all the information is the same. And so as long as you write what I am going to write today, that will be okay. If you already have something in your chart, do not worry about it. You do not need to copy mine. If you were in my homeroom and with Miss Allen's homeroom and you were not able to copy the chart, or you did not finish, feel free to pause the video so that you can finish and then continue with the rest of the evidence. I know that with Ms. Rodriguez, you guys stayed on page 16 and 19. For my class, we were barely getting there, but like I said, as long as you are able to continue on with the evidence, you will be fine because the evidence is the same. So the next thing the next pages that we're talking about is on pages 18 and 19. So I'm going to go to page 18 and 19. And I'm going to read the page, and you remember you're thinking of those evidence that can help us answer the focusing question task. And the focusing question task is, how does weather impact leaves in fall? Autumn leaves have other colors as well. The yellows and orange have been in the leaves all along. Other pigments are made as the leaves begin to die. These new pigments are made from the extra sugar stored in the leaves. Sunlight causes the stored sugar to change to pigment. The new pigments make some leaves turn red, rust, or purple. The more sugar there is, the brighter colors it will be. Bright days and cool nights seem to bring out the best fall colors. So another evidence that we can put is that other colors in leaves all along, and sunlight causes changed colors. Okay, so that one is on page 18 and 19. So I'm going to add to it because, like I said, we don't have enough space. We might go a little bit, over, below the chart. That is fine. I just wanted to make sure that it was clear for you guys to copy. So, sunlight causes change in colors. Another evidence we can put is that some leaves don't change colors. And the very important one that is on page 24 and 25. So I'm going to go to page 24 and 25. And I'm going to read that page for you. This one's one of the most important ones because I feel that's the main part of fall. It says after the leaves have changed color, they are ready to separate from the tree. When they are just barely hanging on, a little bit of wind or rain will make them fall into the ground. So we know that once all of that passes by, then leaves fall. Leaves fall. You can put that the leaves rot too because the leaves die off. So I know we added 4 more points from what we were before. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to write this. 3 minutes to write it. Now we're going to go and look for some evidence for winter and spring. And those pages, we'll find it on the back of these. So turn your page to page 35 on your packet, and it's pages 26 and 27. And our evidence will focus on winter and spring. Okay, winter and spring. You can put all the seasons here on the top so that you remember which ones were the ones that we're talking about. Sorry about that. My stock camera fell a little bit. Fall, winter, spring, and summer. Like I said, we're looking for the evidence for winter and spring. Let's see what they tell us. So it's page 26 and 27. And it says, when the last of the leaves have fallen, the tree is ready for winter. During the cold weather, the tree will be dormant or resting. New leaves but have already formed. Next spring, they will be open and begin to make food for the tree. But now in the fall, it's time to enjoy the colors of the leaves. Beautiful autumn foliage cannot be seen everywhere. Only some places such as New England have displays of many colors. This is because the weather conditions there are usually just right and there are so many different kinds of trees. So what happens in the winter to the trees? What happens? The trees are already resting. So in the winter, trees rest. Right? And then once that passes, they inform us that by this time the buds are formed already, and they will be ready to uncurl whenever the spring gets here. That's just important so that we have that complete the complete details for the evidence. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to write that. 1 minute. Now I'm going to go back real quick, and I want for us to look at our complete chart. We already finished writing all the evidence. We discussed them. We read the sections of the book to gather this evidence. And I want you to think, what did we learn about this text from this list of details? Think about it. Me looking at this list of details, I learned. What did you learn? If you were thinking that most of the information in this book is about leaves and trees in fall, you are right. There is not much information about them from winter, spring, or summer. So now that we know that most information of this book comes from fall, then why are there so many more details of fall than in other seasons? Why do you think most of the details are from the fall section or in the fall season? And yes, the title tells us why. And it says, why do leaves change color? They give us, the title that is asking the question why, and then within the book they're giving us the information of why the leaves change color. So the book is about why leaves change color, right? This happens in fall, so the book will have most of the information during the fall season. That's why it's more in fall. So now that we know all about this, what do you think it's the main topic of the text? Now that we see that in our evidence chart. If you're thinking that the main topic of this text is changes that happen to leaves and what causes the changes, you are right. So you're going to put the main topic of the text is changes that happen to leaves and what causes them. So this is, kind of long sentence, so I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write this sentence. Okay, boys and girls, so in our live class, we will be doing our deep dive. I know I had mentioned in the beginning of the video that we were going to do it during the video. It's not enough time to do it in the video, so we will do quickly our definitions in the deep dive in our live class, and then discuss and examine a conclusion. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful live class with your teacher. Bye.